Listen, you motherfuckers. Oh, that's right. It's going down that way. This video is ESRB rated.
Mature.
I want to talk to you cocksuckers directly. Mono a mono. I'd like for you to cast your pin-headed little shit-stained minds back to the heyday of 8-bit and arcade gaming. Because that was a time when players used to get together and be able to play a game at the same time and work together to beat it. Back then we called that two-player simultaneous play. Do you remember those days? I know I fucking remember those days. Those were great days. And they were good times. And you fucking stomped and killed them. It was clearly labeled on the back of the box and in the advertisements. It was easy to see. So you knew what you were getting. The best part of games that were two-player simu back then is that they were good to play by yourself, and they were even better if you had a friend. It wasn't necessary. The bizarre thing is, and what makes me want my fucking head to explode, is that what was once two-player simultaneous play was really two-player co-op, and two-player co-op is really two-player simultaneous play. Allow me to explain. This is two-player simu. This is two-player co-op. Co-op, co-op. The reason why they're co-op is because there's a mode where you can beat the game, or what people call story mode, campaign mode, things of that fucking nature. You know, the reason why you play the game in the first place, more often than not, some dumb actually buy the game and don't like the story mode. I have no idea why. But, for the most part, players want to be able to beat the game. That's why there's a last boss in most games. Sorry, Gears of War 2. The goal of most games that allow a two-player simultaneous mode, or two-player co-op, whatever the you want to call it now, is to beat it, because those are the ones that have a mode where you can beat it. I understand that not all games are made to have a beaten mode, but the games where you play with somebody more often than not have a beaten mode. If you don't have a mode where you can play together to beat the campaign, it is not two-player co-op. There's a mode where I can play with somebody in a mode that I don't want to fucking play, but it's not two-player cooperative mode. And the reason for this is that the word cooperation implies that you're working with somebody to achieve a goal. If you have a mode where you just tack on, where it's just extra levels where I could play with somebody that's like an attachment to the campaign or attachment to something else, it's useless. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? It's an errand. Why are you giving me a fucking errand? I need you to explain to me why I have to do extra work to figure out what is in the game you're trying to get me to buy. Do you think I have nothing else to do? I don't, but that's not the point. Why do I have to Google and try and find out and do charts and graphs and try and figure out through your marketing obfuscation of bullshit what you mean when you say two-player co-op? Is it 1 to 8 co-player? Can I play with 8 players to beat the normal mode? Is it campaign mode? I'll never know until I buy the game, open it up, and be like, I'm fucked, I can't play it. If I buy a game and I open it, I'm fucked. Do you understand that? Fucked. I have your product. I'm screwed. That's what you're doing. You're jamming that big $sign dick right up all of our asses by not being specific. How hard is it to say 1 or 2 player co-op in a campaign mode? 1 to 8 players co-op in a mode that you don't really want to play. And it won't be fun to play because it's not the main story mode and it blows. I know that's a lot to put, but you know, you could probably fit it in there. How about 1 to 8 players, this sucks? That would be specific. And then you create games that have a perfect opportunity to be 2-player co-op, and you don't make them 2-player co-op on Xbox Live. Why the fuck would you make a game nowadays where it's 2-player co-op in the house, or wherever the fuck you got your system, but it's not 2-player co-op on Xbox Live? Why on earth would you do that? And I don't care who wrote Ghostbusters, why would you not have a co-op mode for that game? It doesn't make sense. And you don't say it. Hey, oh, by the way, if you buy this game, you're not going to be able to play with your friends and beat the game. It never says that. Never says it. So I got to sit there and search and find out what the hell you mean. And you, IGN, I know you're on this site, and you, GameSpot, whatever the hell else you are, Rooster Teeth, whatever the bullshit your sites are, you don't have any help either. You're just as guilty because reading your articles doesn't tell me a fucking thing. How hard is it to say, oh, you can't play co-op in the main story mode, or you can't? Is it that you don't know? Because you're all over the fucking site. I could watch a video all day. You don't tell me nothing. What good is watching your videos? You know what that tells me? Squat. It doesn't tell me whether or not it's co-op in the main story mode. You don't say that. You never say that. If you said that, I would buy the game. I would be at home playing. with my friends, the little ones that I have. You're supposed to be on our side. You pay all the taking pieces of shit. You're not on our side because you never say it in any of your reviews, ever. I defy you to read a review where it tells you straight up, because I haven't yet. Oh, you'll get it after the fact. You won't get it weeks before the game comes out. As soon as the game's been out and the initial purchases, where they make a lot of their most initial money, is gone, then you'll get some head who writes a review, and you'll be able to figure out what it is. But I defy you to find some good information. I defy you to watch any of those videos and they give you great information on it. I f***ing defy you. Go ahead. Go, come back. Have any luck? No, you didn't. You know why? Because they don't do it. I don't ask for much. I really don't. If you make a good cooperative game, I'll buy it. And no, don't put out an old game that was released in 1982 or 1989 and have it available on PSN or Xbox Live. I already own the original if I like it, so kiss my ass. Why the fuck would I want to buy it again? I don't. When the new generation of consoles were released, remember they were sold to us as having this great online experience. You know, kind of what PCs have been doing for years. Now, what do we get if you're an Xbox owner? You sit there and you pay your fee for Xbox Live so you can see the retarded events with people that you don't want to play with. You can sit there and watch Netflix, which you don't need because I can get the DVDs delivered to my home. So why do I have to watch them on my fucking Xbox? Their DVD players are $5 now, for crying out loud. Explain it to me. The movie experience is not going to get any better on your system. I don't need Netflix. Stop it with the Netflix. I don't want Netflix on my game system. I don't need your advertising Netflix to me. Shut up. Can't you just say two-player co-op, main mode, main story mode, main campaign mode, whatever the hell you call it? Stick to a term. That's all I ask. Pick a term and go with it. Campaign, story, arcade, but pick a term and go with it. Because I want to know when you're selling me something, what in the f*** I'm getting. That's all I'm asking. And it's really not that unreasonable. But no. You want to screw the consumer. That's end bottom line. Bottom line, because when you do put out a co-op game, what do we get? We get some up story with some cutscenes with the AI character talking. And then if you're playing alone, you get an AI character and they're dumb. They don't play like real people. Nobody likes them. No one. It's not fun to play Army of Two by yourself. It's barely fun to play with two people. It's not fun to play Resident Evil 5 by yourself, because Sheva's a dipshit. It's not fun. You think I want to play Gears of War 2 with the computer? No. See, you got me so goddamn mad I'm pointing like Lewis Black. I got lost in my own words. I got my merds wixed. I got my merds f***ing wixed. Son of a bitch. And open it up and get off all the goddamn security, I can't pronounce it, stickers. Generation of consoles came out. They were sold to us as having... Oh, I touched my mic. I bet you heard that, didn't you?